The tide of protest against the Israeli government's effort to tighten its grip on the country's judiciary in action. Here, the river of discontent winding its way through Jerusalem streets. Women donned the garb of Margaret Atwood's handmaids, fearful that Israel's hardline government will extend the power of religious courts at their expense. And there was plenty of signage.
It says it's dangerous to drive without brakes.
Alon Dori is 14.
Just because we are children, it doesn't mean we can't understand how a country becomes a dictatorship.
The mood in the crowd can feel almost party-like, but there's also real anger here and fear. Just yesterday, one of Israel's opposition leaders said this country has never been so close to breaking apart.
The polarization within Israeli society is huge.
Ruth Halperin Kadari is a legal scholar.
If we want to ask ourselves, has Israel been a full democracy until now? The answer is that it hasn't. First of all, there's the occupation, and then secondly, there is inequality between so many groups.
A nationwide strike called by Israel's largest union added to the sense of crisis and the pressure on the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who finally suspended his proposed legislation for now. But he thanked his supporters for coming out to back it. They insist they're not the ones trying to derail democracy.
We got the majority of the votes, and we have 64 of 56 in the Knesset. This practically gives us the right to make laws, right, as we see fit.
It feels like the conservative way of thinking and the way of life is not being taken care of by the elite.
The National Union has now called off another planned strike, but people are still out on the streets, and there is a sense that this is a crisis not averted, but merely delayed.
So, Margaret, it seems pretty clear it's not just opponents pouring on the pressure here. Netanyahu's coalition government depends on supporters of these reforms. He has to placate them too.
That's right, Adrienne, and we're already beginning to understand the price he paid to keep Itamar Ben-Gvir in his cabinet. That's the hardline national security minister known for his extremist views. He's reportedly been promised the creation of some kind of national guard that would answer to his ministry, and critics are saying that that's the equivalent of handing him his own paramilitary group.
All right, Margaret Evans in Jerusalem tonight. Thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome.